Henry and Gina Robichaud are suing their neighbors, Suzanne and Jeffrey Farley, for the cost to fix a dent in their truck.
Order. All rise. Yeah, this is case number 556 on the calendar in the matter of Robichaud versus Farley.
Thank you.
Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Gentlemen, have a seat.
All right, Miss Robichaud, you could sit down because you weren't there during this incident.
No.
And Mr. and Mrs. Farley, similarly, I'm just going to have your son step up.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
If I need you, we'll come back. Mr. Robichaud, you and the Farleys are neighbors. And young Mr. Farley, and you, I gather, friendly, and he'd done some work for you. Yard work, is that right? On November 12th of 2008, you were on your way to pick up your son from school, and according to your complaint, asked young Mr. Farley here whether he would like to take a ride with you.
Yes.
During the ride to school to pick up your son, is this your son?
Yes.
There was a road rage incident. You were driving your car. You're going to tell me what happened during that incident. Subsequently, it is your claim that Mr. Farley came to your house and punched your truck, causing damage. Mr. Farley acknowledges that he punched your truck, but he says that was only after you punched him in the face, giving him a swollen eye, which required medical treatment, and Mr. Farley's parents, on his behalf, are counterclaiming for that assault. That's what the case is about. So, Mr. Robichaud, why don't you first tell me what happened on the way to pick up your son at school?
Okay, we were going down Clayton Road, and I went to get over a lane, and this gentleman had beeped his horn, so I got back into my lane, and he pulled up beside me. He reached...
You cut somebody off?
Yeah, I cut somebody off.
Well, that's what you say in your complaint, Mr. Robichaud. I accidentally
cut somebody off.
I accidentally cut somebody off.
Exactly. And he got upset and was beeping the horn, and he pulled up beside me and reached in his glove box, in which he pulled out this taser gun, but at the time I thought it was a gun. So I had slammed on my brakes and let him go by, and the road veered to the right, so I veered to the right and he went straight. Then I proceeded to go to my son's school.
Take your hands out of your pockets.
And when we got there, this gentleman was there. He had jumped out of his car and had hit a taser gun in his hand.
Oh, just a minute. So you're waiting at school?
No, we just pulled up.
Where did you pull up?
We pulled up right in front of the school. It's a street right in front of the school. It's right.
Mr. Robichaud, I'm a pretty savvy lady. I read your complaint very carefully. I'm going to ask you a question again.
Sure.
Did you pull up a block away from school near this car, or did you pull up in front of the school where there would have been a whole bunch of other cars?
Well, actually...
Well, I don't want to hear well, Mr. Robichaud. I want to hear whether you pulled up a block away from school.
No, it's not really a block away from school.
How far away from school was it?
One street away from school.
That's a block away, sir.
Okay. That's fine, a block away.
You pulled up a block away, and you pulled up a block away, seeing this other, look at me, seeing this other car that you had just cut off, parked there.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, Mr. Farley.
Yes, ma'am.
When you pulled up at that street, did you see the other car?
No, ma'am.
Did Mr. Robichaud say anything about the other car?
Not that I remember, but he did say, here's the guy walking towards us.
Now, what happened when you saw this man walking towards you?
I pulled over, and then I started to go, and he jumped out of the car, out of the truck.
Say this very slowly. Man is walking towards you.
Yeah, so we had pulled over to the curb, just about to the curb.
Why?
Because everybody was stopping to pick up their children.
You pulled up to the curb when you saw the man coming towards you, or before?
Before.
So now you're at the curb and this man is coming towards you. Does he have anything in his hand?
Yes, he has a taser. Oh.
Did the man have anything in his hand?
Yes, Your Honor.
What did he have?
A taser.
Did you jump out of the car? Is not an answer.
Yes, sorry.
You got out of the car?
Yes, ma'am.
Why?
See what the guy wanted. I was talking to him. I didn't run up or nothing arguing with him. I said, what's going on? Because I saw him walking towards the truck.
Did he respond to you?
He goes, what the guy's doing that what you did? I said, sorry, sir, you know, we're late, pick up his son. He started getting mad, and then Mr. Robichaud got out of the truck, too. Then all of us started arguing, and he grabbed a big board from the back of his truck.
Who did?
Mr. Robichaud.
Now, when they were arguing, what were they saying?
What the just cussing each other out, trying to figure out, just arguing pretty much over some stupid stuff that happened with the road rage incident.
Were you late picking up the boy from school?
We were late leaving, but by the time we got there, we were early.
You were late leaving, so that you were trying to make up time on the road.
Yes.
And that's when you cut off this guy. Is that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Perfect. So far, you tell the truth, and I won't annihilate you. Do you understand? Okay. Did this gentleman ever pick up this taser and point it in your direction?
Yes.
When?
When I was outside the truck, when he was walking towards me.
Is that when Mr. Robichaud got out of the truck and got the 2x4?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And then what happened?
I just told him to put the taser gun away, and he picked up his phone and said he was calling the police. So when he did that, I got back in the truck and I asked Josh to get back in the truck, and he wouldn't listen. And then I told him I was going to leave, and he still wouldn't get in, so I left and went up to the school to get my son, and just waited until he came out and then got my son.
Who called the police?
I guess it was the people down there at the corner where we were at when they were jumping around out there.
When who was jumping around?
The defendant here, Josh.
And what about you jumping around with the 2x4?
I just got out with the 2x4 and just told him that he better put the taser away, and I got right back in the truck. Wasn't jumping around out there making, Well, I mean, I just did it for him, actually, because I didn't want him to get tased or what, I mean, I wouldn't have got out to begin with. It wouldn't have had any of this problem,
But then you left him there.
Exactly.
With the guy.
I didn't want to.
Just a second. You left him there with the guy.
Yeah, I know, but exactly. But I made sure that he put the taser away.
Where did he put it?
I don't know. He put it in his pocket. Well.
Oh.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Henry Robichaud says his neighbor's son, 17-year-old Joshua Farley, punched his truck. Joshua and his parents are countersuing for an assault.
So now the incident is over, and you're back home. You called young Mr. Farley. Why?
Because I was mad that he didn't get back in the truck when I asked him to, so we wouldn't have all this hassle, because he was making a scene in front of my son's school, and I know the parents there and everything. I didn't want to make a big scene earlier, and that all happened.
Why did you not get back into the truck?
I was already on the phone with 911 too, because as soon as he called, I called too, because I felt that was the right thing to do.
Who called? The other man?
The other man, yes, Your Honor.
Did Mr. Robichaud see you call the police?
No, ma'am.
Did Mr. Robichaud see the other man call the police?
Yes, ma'am.
He did?
Yes.
And then he left?
Yes.
So you stayed because you had called 911?
Yes.
Did you tell that to Mr. Robichaud when you came over to his house?
Yes, ma'am.
What did he say?
For what? Why did you call 911?
And what did you say?
Because I felt that was the right thing to do. After getting weapons drawn on and everything, I felt that was the right thing to do, so I wouldn't get in trouble. So the cops knew what really went on. They heard my side of the story.
Okay. And what did Mr. Robichaud say to you?
He goes, that was stupid. I mean, you should have just got in the truck when I told you to get in the truck and left.
And then what happened, Mr. Farley?
I said, no, I'm not like that. I was raised to, if something happens, call the police and do it.
Is that what you told him, or is that what you're telling me?
That's what I told him.
Go ahead.
And then we started arguing. I said, forget about it, I'm leaving. I walked out his front door and slammed the front door behind me.
So this is in his house?
Yes.
Go ahead.
And then he came outside screaming out, why'd you slam my door? I was like, what the heck? I was trying to get away from the situation. And then we started arguing. I walked towards his front porch, and then we started...
What did you walk back towards his front porch for?
To ask him for the money he owes me and the dirt bike he promised me for the work I did. And he said no, and he punched me. So I turned around and yelled for my father and my mother to come down, and he started walking toward me, so I got off and I hit his truck.
I didn't ask you anything. You have a medical record?
No, ma'am, I did not get enough time.
What do you mean you didn't have the time?
By the time I figured out the date and everything, they wanted 30 days in order to get the paperwork to me.
You have a picture of your eye?
Nope, the Kaiser Permanente Hospital has all the pictures. They're the one who took the pictures of me.
Yes, ma'am.
Miss Farley, can you describe what you saw when your son came home that day from Mr. Robichaud's house?
I met my son at Mr. Robichaud's house. His hand was bleeding, his eye was swollen.
His hand was bleeding?
His hand was
His
bleeding.
hand was bleeding from punching Mr. Robichaud's truck?
From him punching the truck, yes, ma'am. And his eye was swollen, and they were still yelling at each other, so I got between them.
And
asked them to stop. My husband was on the phone with the police, that the police would take care of it when they got there.
All right, Mr. Robichaud, now tell me, your version of the events after you called him to come over.
That's right. Yeah, he came over and came in, and I just asked him why he didn't just get in the vehicle so we wouldn't have a big scene there and make a big scene in my son's school.
Have the police contacted you yet?
No, they left a card on my door.
Well, that's a contact, sir.
Yeah.
They didn't speak to you, but the police
Right.
had left a
Card on the door. So when I came home...
So you had to call the police?
Yeah.
Now, after you got the card from the police is when you called Mr. Farley.
Exactly. Yeah.
Exactly. Right.
Right.
And told him to come over because now they were making a big deal out of this road rage incident.
Exactly.
Right? And you didn't want to have any part of it.
Right.
Right. So you called him to come over. And what did you say to him? You said, why didn't you get back in the car? And he said, because I had already called the police. Go ahead.
And then he goes, don't yell at me. I said, I'm not yelling at you. And then he asked me...
Well, you were yelling at him.
Not really yelling.
Not really is not yelling at him. You were yelling at him.
I probably told him...
Right now, you were involved in a road rage incident.
Well, I guess so.
And felt that because he stayed there to speak to the police and make this whole thing not go away, you were going to have interaction with the police, which is something that you clearly didn't want to have, which is why you left in the first place, right?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Of course it's true. That's common sense. So you were yelling at him.
Well, maybe I was upset. Yeah, sure, maybe a little bit.
You were. And then what happened?
He went out the door, slammed the door, and I went right out after him and told him, I said, why'd you slam my door? Why would you act like an idiot?
How did his eye get swollen and bleeding?
Because he swung at me. And, well, he swung at me and I blocked his punch, and he hit himself in the face.
He hit himself?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was...
He hit himself?
Well, I mean, well, yeah, exactly. It bounced, you know, his hand bounced off my hand. And...
Take your hands out of your pockets. How old are you? Uncross your hands. How old are you?
41.
He's 17. Your responsibility as the adult when you invite a minor into your car is to behave in an appropriate way.
I did.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't, sir. First of all, you left late to pick your son up from school.
I didn't leave late to pick up my son for school.
Yes, you did.
I did not.
Oh, I think you did. I think
you
did.
It's baloney. You're not even listening to my story.
I listened to your whole story. Your story doesn't make sense.
Well, excuse me, maybe
sir.
I was a little nervous and didn't say it right, but I know for a fact I wasn't late, and
Mr. Robichaud, you cut off a car
by accident.
You cut off a car by accident.
Yeah, by an accident.
With a minor in the car. There's no question in my mind that you were speeding. With a minor in the car, you took out a 2x4, which is a dangerous weapon, from your car.
Well, the guy had a taser gun. What, does he want me to just let him tase him?
Do you have a cell phone, Mr. Robichaud? My question to you is a simple one.
Yes, I do, but I didn't have it with me.
That requires a yes or a no. I don't believe it.
You don't?
No, I don't believe you didn't have your cell phone with you. Put your hand down.
His phone was
not turned on. Put your hand down. And there are lots of other cars there. So if you don't have your phone, you don't run out with a 2x4, you run up to a car and you say, please, I don't have my cell phone. Could you please call 911? What you did... Hey, Mr. Robichaud, you didn't act like a responsible adult that day.
Yes, I did.
Well, you think you did. I say you didn't. I win, you lose. Your case is dismissed, and I'm awarding him $500 on the counterclaim. Thank you. That's all.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Well, there's no excuse. You may step out.
Why am I upset? Because I'm right.
I mean, I think it was very fair.
No, I have no comment.
He did what he did, and that's what he gets.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Cardenas versus Aguilera, step forward, please.
20-year-old Jorge George Cardenas is suing the mother of his child, 22-year-old Jennifer Aguilera, for the return of his electronic equipment and bedroom furniture.
Mr. Cardenas, according to your complaint, you and the defendant were in a relationship as young teenagers. You made a baby, and then you moved in with the defendant's parents, where you lived for how many years?
Beginning of 2005, so about 3 years, three plus years.
3 years.
Yes, ma'am.
And then things didn't work out, and you moved out when, sir?
August of 2008.
And it is your claim that Miss Aguilera won't give you back things that you purchased while you were in the house.
Correct.
Like what things?
There's a digital camera, a video recorder, a 46-inch plasma TV, a Dell computer, and bedroom furniture.
Okay. Now, Miss Aguilera says that all these things were purchased from a joint account and paid for from a joint account. So she said, this isn't your property, it's our property because it was paid for from a joint account. Miss Aguilera says that when you left, you cleaned out that joint checking account and took several $1,000s.
Yes, ma'am, I did.
And...
Yeah, which I've given all back. and more.
Just a second, Mr. Cardenas, when did you give it back?
Throughout the past 8-7 months
Show
to
me.
help you out. Right here.
No. I'm not talking about payments that you made for child support.
No. Child support comes straight out of my check. This
How
is
about
straight out
child
of my
care?
bank account.
Shh.
This is straight out of my bank account to her account. It says to Jennifer Aguilera. I highlighted them all in orange right for you.
Just a second. All right, listen. Two people decide to play house. We don't have courts for people playing house. I tell you that right now. And I tell you, I'm not going through your bank account to see who put in what to what, because as far as I'm concerned, you're not married. There are no courts for people who aren't married. You decide to set up housekeeping, and there are no rules. You worry about it afterwards, not me. You're not going to waste court time with this nonsense, and I have no intention of going through a 3-year relationship to see who put what money into what account. Do you understand? You get it? Do you understand that?
Yes.
Perfect.
Your
Now,
Honor,
the next thing
all I'm asking is
speaking,
for her half. I'm sorry.
just a second. Listen to me carefully. You are paying for a credit card that's in your name.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes, in our name, yes.
No, just a minute. Who's paying for the furniture?
I am. For the
Who's
past 8
paying for the
months.
furniture? Is not an answer.
Do you
The
have a
bank
job?
right
No,
now.
She doesn't have a job.
Just
She doesn't
listen.
have a job.
Don't speak. Do you have a job?
No, ma'am, I do not.
You don't have a job.
No.
So you're not paying for the furniture,
Right.
right? He's coming to get the furniture. He's coming to get all those things in 5 days, Ms. Aguilera. Do you understand?
So we're supposed to sleep on the floor, me and
I don't
my
care.
daughter?
No, get a job. You want furniture, get a job. But he's not going to pay for furniture for you. You're not his wife. The only thing he's responsible to pay for is his child. And he says that child support is coming right out of his check. Is the child support coming right out of his check?
I assume so. I'm getting it. I don't know where it's coming from.
No, it's coming from the child support genie. It's coming out of his check. And he's coming within 5 days to pick up all of his stuff, his furniture, his camcorder. What else?
The TV,
I don't have
a
any
computer.
of that camcorder or whatever he's talking about. I have the bed, the TV.
Fine.
And the computer.
The TV was paid off with my financial aid from school.
Do you go to school?
Yes, ma'am.
How many classes do you take in a week?
Right now I'm taking 2. Last 2 classes I need to get into the nursing program at my school.
How many years do you have total?
Shh. You want to ask her questions? Go outside.
Yes, ma'am. And the computer?
Do you have the computer?
No,
How-
it's broken. He
that-
can take it,
Just
whatever.
fine.
It's broken.
You can
Computer's
have it.
broken?
You can have it.
Computer's broken? I'd
have
like the value of it.
Mr. Cardenas, it's yours. Go there within 5 days and get your property. There's no reason for you to pay for this stuff if you don't have it. But you obligated yourself to pay for it, put it on a credit card. If you're still paying on the credit card, you're entitled to the property.
Your Honor,
and
what
you're
if-
going to go and get it. Do you understand? 5 days, I'll prepare
Your
the
Honor.
order. That's all. Your counterclaim's dismissed, madam.
Parties are excused and they step out.
Doesn't care. He doesn't want to see the baby.
You know what? I love my daughter.
I asked him to see the child. He doesn't want to see her.
I see her when she lets me.
But I hope he will because she needs her dad.
We'll see what happens with that.